All right, sample and population standard deviation. You have found the following ages and years of all 6 lions at your local zoo. Okay, if this all 6 lions is important. Okay, that means we're going to have a regular population deviation. If it said we have 6 of 30 zoos or lions at the zoo, then we would do the sample. It's a very, very similar process, except for at the very end we do something slightly different when we have a sample versus the entire population. Okay, so we'll talk about that at the end, how it's different. Whoops. Let's go there. Okay, so here's our numbers. You can see in both places. We're going to add them all up to find our average. So that's all the numbers. We get 30. We're dividing by 6 total numbers, and we get 5. So our average is 5. Oh, whoops. There you go. So our average age is 5. To find the standard deviation, the computer's very slow, as always in the morning. Okay, so to find the standard deviation, we're going to take 5 and subtract it from all these numbers. So 5 minus 13, minus 12, minus 1, minus 5, minus 2, and minus 7. I just want to write 5 a whole bunch of times. Okay. So 5 minus 13 is negative 8. Oh, this is a 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. 0, 3, and negative 2. We're going to square all these numbers. So 64, 9, 16, 0, 9, and 4. Okay. Now we're going to add all of these up. 64 plus 9 plus 16 plus 0, I'm not going to type, plus 9 plus 4. Okay, so we get 102. Now the difference between a sample and a population and standard deviation, when you have the entire population, you divide by how many you have, which is 6. When it's a sample, you're going to take your number, which is 6, and subtract it by 1. Okay, we're not doing that here. We have the entire population. If it was a sample, we would be dividing by 5, but we have the entire population, so we divide by all. So we get 17, and we get the that's the variance, and get the standard deviation. We square root that number, so 17 goes in there, and our answer is 4.123. We look at the tens place and 1 digit behind it, and it's less than 5, so we do not round up. We stay down at 4.1. So our answer is 4.1. And we are right. Next question. Let's see here. Let's see if we get a population or a sample. It's all about the wording. Okay, so you have found the following ages of 5 gorillas. There's 29. So this is a sample. This is good. So we get 8, 4, 14, 16, and 8. So the first thing we got to do is find the average of those. Let's see here. So 8 plus 4 plus 14 plus 16 plus 8. That's 50. We divide by 5. Our average is 10. So we're going to do 10 minus all these numbers. Ten minus 8 is 2. 6, negative 4, negative 6, and 2. We're going to square all these numbers. And we get 4, 36, 16, 36 again, and 4. So remember, this is where we get something slightly different from before. We're going to add them all up. So 4 plus 36 plus 16 plus 36 plus 4. So we have 96 in here. Now instead of dividing by 5, we're going to divide by 4 because it's a sample. And we get, what is that, 24? And finally we square root that number. And our answer is 4.89. We're going to round up this time because the 9 behind the 8 makes this a 4.9. So our average is 10. And our sample standard deviation will be 4.9. And it's right. I'm going to stop here because class is starting.